Hey guys, it's Bhav from Bhav Creates Art. This is part two to my previous video. In part one, the microphone was actually switched off, so I've had to do a voiceover for part one. So just kind of uh, an apology and a pre-warning as well. But do go ahead and watch part one to this video as well. So, what I did in my previous video was, let's have a wee look. I showed you these books which I got from QD Discount Store based in the UK because I'm from the UK. And these three books cost me less than £2. And I wanted to, the reason why I got them is because I wanted to do a mini glue book. So nothing with too many elements in. So, and nothing that's going to take me too much time. And in my previous video, we were just going through a couple of magazines. So we went through the Tesco's magazine, we went through the Good Food Guide magazine as well, and we picked out some background images and also some potential focal points as well. Now, I showed you, this is my first page to my little mini glue book. I'm not sure what to call it. This is my second page. So we actually glued that down in my previous video, and I've got my other backgrounds which I'm going to be gluing down as well. So that is my plan, and that is what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you how I went about actually getting these down to size. So what I did, in order to get the template, I just used my transparent cover page like that on the magazine to see which part of the image I wanted, and then I drew around with a pencil, and then I started cutting them out. And then I literally have got my ruler and my cutting knife, and I'm just kind of tidying up background images for me to glue down. So that's what we're going to be doing. Not the cutting down to size part so much because I've done the majority of that. I just wanted to do this one on video. So I thought, let me just show you. And I'm just going to, let's see, tidy this up a minute. So let me do that. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're working in our little mini glue book today, and this will go into my glue book. So let me move this out the way, and we will glue down the other backgrounds. And I put the backgrounds in order, so we don't have to waste time on camera doing that. I don't want to take up too much of your time as well. So what I've done is I've just got the magazine paper to put behind that page, so the pages don't stick together behind, and then I'm just going to glue this down. So let's do that, and then we can potentially find some Fussy cuts to add on as focal points or a focal point. So let's see how we get on with that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So bit of a shame that the part one to this video, the voiceover didn't, my voice didn't record. So as we speak, I've not done the voiceover yet for that video, but I will be doing it. So that's why I've mentioned it. So just another job for me to do, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm here to show you my journey and the technical issues I have also. Right, so let's just get this down and as straight as possible. She says. Gosh. And the glue stick I'm using today is just the Pritt glue stick. Let's get this down. So I'm trying to ensure there's no gaps, and I'm not doing a very good job. It always happens on camera. I can do it off camera, but for some reason, when I'm on camera, my gluing abilities disappear. And all I'm doing is gluing down paper. Right. So trying to get it straight. Right. There we go. We're down. We're down. So the paper in this notebook is super thin. I mentioned that in my previous video, but it doesn't bother me. So that's one done. And then obviously because of the heat, the temperature, because it's super hot out here in the UK, it's been in the late 20s and early 30s hair, which is super nice, but it was unbearable yesterday, I must admit. But today it's nice because there's some wind as well, so it just cools things off a little bit, and it allows you to kind of go for walks and be outside, be in the great outdoors without too much heat being around. Let me just see if I can get you into focus on camera. So that's that one to glue down, and then I'll cut around the edges later. So let's do this one next. So just glue this down. Okay, so like I said, these are just my backgrounds. So I'm hoping this glue stick lasts because I only have this glue stick to play with today. All my glue sticks are at my studio, my rented space, which I use for my resin classes and for anything that I make. So I don't really want to go out to the shops and buy another glue stick, and I've got plenty in another location. I'm just using my hands, but you can use a credit card, you can use a bone folder, you can use whatever you've got just to kind of adhere the glue down to the page. So yeah, okay, we've got that one down in position, and yeah, so this is, I'm looking forward to putting this together, especially when it comes to the backgrounds. Don't matter so much because they're going to potentially be covered up, not the entire image. It's just the focal points which are going to be fun to put down, I guess, as well. Not that I'm saying that finding backgrounds is boring, because it is quite fun, because I tend to find myself looking for textured pieces for my backgrounds, and I don't know why. Obviously I love texture, so I do know why, I guess. And okay, now we're getting into a flow of gluing down these pieces, so that's pretty cool. So if I keep going at this rate, we can put down some focal points, guys, in this video, so that'll be good. I do apologize if oh, I've glued it to the, oh no I haven't. We're good, we're good. Okay, and let's just add a small amount of glue to this. I have got some tacky glue which I can potentially use, but I'd rather use glue stick than that at this moment in time. So I have left this page because I wanted to put my beautiful cookies down. So let's glue that down. So what's the weather like, folks, where you are? Is it hot? Is it raining? Is it windy? What's the weather like? I'd love to know. I'd love to know where you're from and what you enjoy doing in your free time. It's always lovely to kind of meet people and, you know, form this kind of digital connection, I guess, with people. Is it called digital connection? I don't know. We'll call it digital connection. Online connection. It's probably more appropriate, I guess. So yeah, it's slightly short on the top, but we're all good. Okay, I wanted it higher up like the other ones, but we'll just go with it. Yeah, okay, let's press that down. Okay, next one. So this is a super easy and fun bit of gluing down glue book thing to do. It doesn't involve much thinking. It's just cutting out paper and then placing them down onto, oh, which way does this go? Trying to think. Right, let's see. Placing them down onto paper, adhering them down. So there is another glue book artist called, oh yeah, Relax Cut and Glue, Nicole from Relax Cut and Glue, and she uses beautiful papers in her glue books, and I don't have those papers, so I decided to use magazine images for my backgrounds. Not sure if there's something missing here. Potentially is. Let's get this straightened out a bit. Yeah, so I decided to go for these magazine images because the paper that I'm using is from like Superstore magazines, and it's super thin as well. So, you know, thin paper on thin paper kind of works in my eyes. If it's too heavy, then it's going to be too heavy. For your substrate, more than likely. Let's see, let's get that down. Get it down, glue it down, and there is a gap on one side, but we can work with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for perfection. Let's get that down. Let's get this image in next. There is another artist. She's more like a mixed media artist. Her name's Jen. Can't remember the full name of her YouTube channel, but she's really inspired me to do some mixed media art, which is what I was intending to do. But I have a whole list of kind of videos I want to do, but watching her makes me really want to crack on with my mixed media pieces now. So hopefully that will be filmed for you shortly, guys, and aired. Why are we going completely off the paper? I don't know. Okay, let's see if I can kind of correct this, because I don't mind a little bit showing, but I don't want much showing in terms of gaps around the white paper showing. So I think I'll have to reapply some more glue to this in a minute. And it is what it is at that point. Just need to get this down. It's a little bit crumpled up. There we go. So I'll probably need to apply some more glue on here, because the glue is drying up pretty fast because it's pretty warm. I'm working from my kitchen table today because my son is using the small studio space in the front of the house, and there's lots of natural light coming through in the kitchen as well, which is great. So, okay, let's glue this one down. I think that's the last one to glue down, so we're not doing too badly. No, we're not. Which way are we going? Was it this way? Yeah, we'll go this way. And with regards to focal points, I've cut some focal points out from the magazines that we went through in the previous video, but I will probably be going into my collage book as well. It's a cut collage book. I'll show you that in a second. and I have mentioned that book in a video, another video. So I'll probably be using some of the images in there as well. Oh, we're going off thingy there a minute. Going off kilt a little bit again. Sure, let's get that back on track. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, so you can use whatever images you have access to. I have these images, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my supplies because they're sitting there doing nothing. So I would like to start using my supplies, and that includes my other mixed media supplies as well, which is why I'm quite eager to do my mixed media videos. Okay, so we have not all of them, but we've done a number of pages. The background's put down. Now we're just going to tidy up the pages. So that's what we're going to do. So let's do that. And let's just make sure. So yeah, this, like I said, this paper is super thin, but I'll be honest with you, you know what, for thin papers, thin magazine paper, which is what I'm using, it isn't too bad at all. Just try finding my scissors. And then they've got the notepads do have rounded edges, but not kind of, you know, you need to probably round them off again with your corner rounder if you have one. If you don't, then just use your scissors, which is what I'm doing. I do have a corner rounder, but I don't have access to it at this minute in time. I'm just going to use my scissors, and it does a good job anyway. So I'm liking that. Let's go for the next one. And then let's just cut the excess off here. And I'm just going to use my scissors to corner around the corners. And I'm not sure if I can. Oh, it's a bit tricky doing it like this. Let's see indeed, use my little scissors to get in there. Excellent. Just tidy up these edges. There we go. There's that one done. So flip this over again. Cut away there. So I guess these are kind of the fiddly bits, but it has to be done. So I might actually use my corner rounder just to kind of give it a sharper finish later on. So it won't be today. Like I said, I don't have access to it, so yes. So tell me, guys, do you have a lot of art supplies which you don't tend to use, or are you really good at using all your art supplies, or do you just forget about them like I do? You know, we buy all these things, don't we, and then they just sit there. And you know, it's true to say that things like acrylic paint, they, you know, glues even dry out as well, so if you don't use them, you lose them, kind of thing. And yeah, and it's good to kind of watch other YouTube artists talking about the right art supplies, and you know, different ways of using them, and making sure that you do use them, and all those kinds of things, because We are all the same creators at the end of the day. We have a lot of stuff, um, and it'll be useful if we started using all these things that we keep buying. Let me know. Let me know if you have a lot of stuff, if you're good at using all your stuff, or you know, that's good to know. Okay, that's cut a little bit wonky, but it's all good. And then get back here. I'll probably tidy up that edge with my craft knife and that really later. Not too fussed right now. So maybe I should just do all the bottoms first and then just tidy up the corners and the edges. Maybe that would have been better. Kind of them. Okay. Okay. That one doesn't have, one of the pages doesn't have a round corner, but that's fine. That is fine. So we have got, let's flick through and see what we've got. Okay. So let's pop this over here. Lots of things floating around on my desk. So I'll just kind of have a look. So, okay. Get you in close a little bit if I can. So there's your notebook, and let's look out a little bit. Okay. So our first page, well, the cover's transparent, as we well know. That's the first page. That's the second page, background page. That's the third background page. That's the fourth background page. That's the fifth. I don't know what I'm counting for. That's my next background page. My pink page, my blue page, my purpley page, and my yellow page. And I'm adding some more, so you get a number of pages in here. Oh, I've got a cramp in my foot, folks. Okay, so now I can't see because I have a lot of stuff everywhere. We have got some fussy cuts, and we're going to try and audition these fussy cuts. I've got these guys as well. I've got a pair of hands, and I might just take that out. Not sure. So I've got another pair of hands, which I showed you last time. And then I've got this cocktail drink and some more cocktail drinks here. I've got this lovely chap, which I love. Ooh, let's turn you back right way around. I like him. And yeah, and then what else do I have? Oh yeah, I've got these. I've got this lovely lady here. I've got my coffee cup, and I've got my lovely brioche bun. Okay, so that's what I've got, and then I'll just tidy up a little bit. What else do I have? So let me just put my glue lid back on my glue stick before that dries up. Oh, I've got my collage book as well with images. Do I have any more images? I don't know. I do have some. I might have to go and get some more fussy cut images. I'm sure I had some more. I've got a tin with some images in here, which I might use as well. Yeah. So we'll have a look at some of these, see if they're worthwhile using. So, yeah. Okie dokie. So got some images there. So let's see, and then I've got my collage book as well, but I won't confuse it right now. Let's see if any, let's audition some of these images. And I've got this ice cream, which is far too big, but I love it. So I could use that. So let's see if any of these, let's just start off with this one, the first page, and we're gonna, that's too big, right? So I might use this in a different collage altogether, but it might fit into, let's see, she looks good, but I could just kind of add her like that. Let's see if I can zoom you out of it. So she might look good there. Not there. I might leave that one as is and add something in there. Not there as well. Okay. Let's have a look. Nope, that does not go. I could have a cup of coffee in here. So, and then put a quote in here. Yeah, I could do that. That was the fan. The fan's on currently, so you might see bits of paper flying everywhere. I could add this chap on. You could be looking at the delicious desserts. So he might be good, actually. Yeah. We could add him on. So let's see. These are too big, but I could cut these images down. So I'm gonna, no, I think, yeah, maybe this one here, maybe not. So put some images that I don't think go on that page. These are quite good. These two characters here. I think they're kind of too big though, but they still go. They still do go. There could be a possibility. Let's put them in the possibility pile. Burger does not go. The hand, so it's quite a big hand, so I could do the hand kind of come in at an angle. So that could be good. It could be good, and the hand could be picking up something. I don't know what. Yeah, that hand looks quite good. So I might fussy cut that a little bit. And then I've got this hand here as well, which kind of doesn't work. So I like this chap here. This, oh gosh, yep. Egg-soldier? I like this little thing here. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, they could go onto the broccoli, couldn't they? That's pretty cool. I wish you guys could speak to me, so oh, let's have a look. That'd be quite good to put on there. Maybe. Okay. And I'm thinking maybe I need more images. Is what I'm thinking. Oh, that one looks good. Yes, that image looks good there. I do like that. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe. This image, actually I like the contrast of the background and the focal point. So I could put this image here. So that might be something. I think I need to have some more images, if I'm going to be completely honest. Some more focal points. I like this cup of coffee here. This looks nice. There. And because I don't have many here. So let's have a look and see if she fits on there. She could be looking up at something. And sometimes it could be just a matter of gluing them down, right? So it could be just that. So what else have we got? Okay. So I do like that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that disappears though. I don't have to. I can just have part of the image like that, maybe. And then maybe we could have some more animals on the side potentially. Potentially. So yeah, so I'm thinking I need some more images now. So just bear with me. I will be back shortly. Hey guys, I am back and I've been looking for images. And what I've decided to do is just work on this broccoli page and add some fishes on it. So I've cut some images out, and these fish images have come out of this book, Extraordinary Things to Cut Out and Collage by Marie Evans. So it's a really good book. There's 1,500 images in here. So I've cut out these fish images, and that's what I'm going to be using. So let me just pull back a bit. So let me just fussy cut these out. I've chosen my fishes, but I have extras because you always have extras when you're auditioning images. Like when they audition for, I don't know, TV shows, there's always extras, right? So let's do that. So you're going to watch me fussy cutting for a short while before we start gluing down. So I hope you don't mind. Some people actually love fussy cutting and other people can't, well, they don't really enjoy it. I don't mind, to be honest. It doesn't bother me. So let me just, it just depends on the image, to be honest. Right, so we have one fish done, which I'm thinking of putting over here. So let me see. I do like that fish there as well. And I might just let's fussy cut all these out. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just going to fussy cut this one out next. Yeah. So I think it's one of those days where I'm feeling creative, but my brain's not engaged. So in terms of like being pretty quick at picking out images, I'm pretty slow today, and it could be tiredness, to be fair, because sleep hasn't been the best over the last couple of days because of temperature. So it could be that, but I'm just happy to get some creativity done. So I'm good with that. Okay, so yeah, so these fish are going to be swimming amongst some broccoli. That's the plan. So if you've got any fussy cutting to do, then do join me. It's always great to do some fussy cutting when you're watching TV or something. I like that fish there. So sometimes sometimes I'll fussy cut in front of TV, when I'm watching something. Otherwise, I'll just do it kind of just like very silently. It gets me into a relaxed state of mind. It is quite meditative and therapeutic. And people who cannot stand pussyfooting will be completely disagreeing with me, and that's okay. It's not everybody's a cup of tea. So let's just see. Oh, okay, there's you. And I'm liking this chop as well. So I've got some interesting fish on this side, on my right hand side. Let's just see if we zoom you out. So I've got some interesting fish on this side, and yeah, I like this chap as well. So I think I might use you actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. And then let's just do this cool looking fish here. Okay. So that's kind of cool. This one's kind of camouflaged at the bottom because it's a very similar colour. That's why I wasn't going to add that particular fish in. And this orange one looks good as well. I do like you. I know he disappears, or she disappears. And I'm trying to go for different sizes and different shapes just to make the page look more interesting. I mean, they could just be swimming anywhere in any direction, couldn't they? Really, they don't have to come. You don't have to place them on the sides, is what I'm saying. They could be just swimming amongst the broccoli, right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I think I do like them coming from the sides, though. I think I do. Oops. I should. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We might just change the composition a little bit. I think we will. Yeah, I think we will. Just slightly. Let's have a look. I do like that actually now I'm thinking about that. Yeah. I think we're going to do that. So there's 5 fishes here. Is there too many fish in here? I don't know. I think we're going to stick those down, and I'm going to put them in that pattern right now. Pattern. So let's do that. Let's get our drawing page down. So try not to disturb the placement, but I probably will do. Okay. Anyway, it's fine. If it changes, it changes. So it's like an underwater scene is what I'm trying to create. Let's get you back on camera. Okay. Let's put the rest of the fishes over here. And let's just move you over here a second. So let's do that. Okay. Let's get these babies down. I've got a fish here, which I haven't used. I might use that. Don't know. Okay. So let's get you down first. I think you were going like that. Going in like that. Yep. Let's do you first. Get you down. So I'm just gluing this on some magazine paper. And let's get you down here. Okay. And then let's get you down. Do we go here? Oh, where are you? I think you're going to go there. Yeah. Okay, let's just. Sometimes you can overthink these things, right? So best to just get them down. And I have to cut that tail off a bit. Just there. Go. Okay. And I like you. I think this fish is going to go. The stripy fish, I'll call it. Maybe like that. Or like that. Yeah, let's just do that. Put you like that, so you don't have to put the whole entire image down. You can just put part of the image down. Okay. You, I like you. Where are you going? You. Okay. You go like this. Or you going upwards? I can't remember. I think you want to go upwards. Yeah. Let's get you going upwards. Okay. And then don't forget, you can keep adding, you can even add some mixed media to this as well. I think that's always a good idea. So, yeah, let's pull you down. I think this one's okay. So with this glue, once it's stuck down, you can't actually move it. It feels like there's very little time now. It could be temperature, to do with the temperature. So you could put this little fish here, maybe, or maybe not. Let's have a look. I think 5 fishes are enough for me, so I'm going to just stick to 5 right now. So let's just put my lid back onto my glue stick, and then I'm going to remove the extras. So let's do that. So let's do that. And see what we get. Okay. Oops, put my fish over there. So there we go, guys. There's our fish swimming amongst the broccoli, and I'm going to add something else onto this page as well. Not sure what, but I will do. It's not finished, is what I'm saying. So I'll be adding some more things to that. Probably a statement and probably a word or text there. So that's my plan. Then I think we're gonna kind of leave that there. What else can we glue down? Let's have a wee look. I think we will kind of leave it at that point. So this is what we've done today. Just a small kind of clue page really. Added my fishes in and then I'll add some more to this, probably off camera or on camera, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is fun. So real simple mini glue book where you've got your small collection of backgrounds, glue them down and then just add elements to it, and then you can add like a text to it as well. So yeah, super easy and doesn't take much time at all. Just do it. You can do this in 5 minutes really, or less than 10 minutes. But I definitely recommend it to you all. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very shortly. Take care. Bye.